Wilson K-8 Water Audit
by Mallory Kimball,
Easton Tlicki,
Michael Finley,
and Rachel Kester. During the months of October through May, 6th graders at Wilson K-8 school conducted a school-wide water audit where they learned about the water cycle through water conservation in their school and their homes.
Question: does conducting a water audit at school affect the way we use water at home?
Hypothesis!
We think that doing this project will help us to conserve water at home. Once we learn how to make changes in our water usage at school and find problems, we will repeat the process, teach, and persuade our family at home. Because we learned how to conserve water at school, it will affect what we do with water at home.
Rationale!
We are doing this project to conserve water because we know that since we live in Arizona, we don't have as much water in our water table like places on the coasts. We know we waste water at home and we want to change that. We also know we have to preserve water and we want to make sure that everyone does that as well.
Materials. Procedures.
Collect and reflect on home water bill using a water audit worksheet.
Learn the water cycle and properties of water using Prentice Hall Science Book and guest speaker from Tucson Water.
Test on these state standards, water cycle and properties of water to check for knowledge before moving on.
Do a school water survey to determine how we use water at school.
Begin to audit the school for water usage and problems. Check bathroom sinks, toilets, and urinals for leaks. Sinks. View base to see if water is coming out from pipes and around fixtures. Toilets. Look for water around toilet. Urinals. Look for water around urinal. Check aerators on sinks. Use a measurement tool to find out how much water we are saving by using aerators. Compare water usage with and without aerators using measurement tools. Check flush flow on toilets and urinals. The number on the toilet shows this. Check drinking fountains to see how much water is lost when drinking for 5 seconds and without drinking. How much water goes down the drain. Check fountains for leaks and proper usage. Check classroom sinks to see if they have a leak. Look under the sink and around the fixtures for water.
Take the knowledge back with you to your home and audit your home water use. Check toilet for leaks using blue dye strips from Tucson Water. Replace flappers if there is a leak. Use a cup to brush teeth, limiting the amount of water used. Use a 5-minute shower timer and limit showers to 5 minutes. Change the shower head to a more efficient shower head. Measure the water power before and after to see the difference. Replace aerators in the bathroom sinks and measure to see if there is a difference. Some students plan to get aerators for their kitchen sinks. Water plants with excess water.
Redo the water cycle test to see if there is better understanding.
After 4 months, we will look at the home water bill and fill out the water audit sheet again.
Analyze the data to see if the water audit affected the home water usage.
Results!
The conduction of the water audit at school affected both the use of water at home and the improvement of the school's water conservation. Also, it helped students increase their knowledge of the water cycle and improve their test scores between 2 water cycle tests. After completing the water audit, the majority of the students' bills went down. Out of 94 students, 47 students' water usage decreased, 18 students' water usage increased, and 6 students' water usage stayed the same. 7 students were on well water and could not participate in this experiment due to the fact that their water bills were included in their electricity bills. In addition, 16 students did not participate in this study.
Not only did the water audit affect the students at home, it also helped improve the school's water conservation. After the water audit, the classroom faucets used 300,000 gallons of water, but saved 150,000. This means 150,000 gallons of water were used in total for classroom faucets. 520,000 gallons of water were used for toilets, and 0 gallons were saved. 320,000 gallons of water were used for urinals, and again, 0 gallons were saved. 120,000 gallons of water were used for bathroom faucets, and 30,000 gallons were saved, which means 90,000 gallons of water were used for bathroom faucets. Lastly, 40,000 gallons of water were used for drinking fountains, and 0 gallons were saved. Finally, The water audit helped the students increase their knowledge of the water cycle. The teachers presented the students with a test on the water cycle before and after the water audit. Before the water audit was conducted, almost all students could not label any of the parts, and many of them received an F. But after the water audit, all of the students improved their grades from the previous test, and many of them received a grade above average, above a C.
The averages of 4 classes tested before the water audit began were the following. Class 1, Period 4 received a 74%. Class 1, Period 6 got 99.7. Class 2, Period 4 received a 75.1, and Class 2, Period 6 received a 70.3. The averages of the same 4 classes tests after the water audit were the following. Class 1, Period 4 received a 92.9. Class 1, Period 6 received 96.2. Class 2, Period 4 received 100%, and Class 2, Period 6 got a 97%. One class decreased in scores, but in general, almost all students improved their scores from before. This water audit helped improve the conservation at school and in the students' homes. Plus, students' knowledge of the water cycle increased significantly. We have learned that by conducting this water audit, we can help conserve water both at school and at home.
Conclusion.
We learned a great deal in this project. Besides reviewing the properties of water and understanding the water cycle, we learned to work with each other, work with scientists, collect data at home and school, and how to fix leaks in our home and who to tell at school, and gained a deep appreciation of water use and conservation. In our hypothesis, we thought that conducting a water audit at school would directly affect our water use at home. Our teachers believed that this project would help us to better understand the water cycle. Both hypotheses were correct. Out of 100 students, all but 4 showed a decrease in home water bill, and those 4 students had a leak or a new family member move in with them. As far as our test scores, everyone passed the water cycle test after this. The best part was the toys we got from Tucson Water: shower heads, aerators, water flow bags, toilet testers, shower timers, flappers, and cups. Now that I have a better and more efficient shower head, I actually enjoy taking showers. What next? Next year, I think that teachers should have students repeat this project. They should research how to help their neighbors, not just auditing their own homes, but a couple of neighbors or friends too. It would be nice to learn other ways to save water as well.
Here are some pictures taken during the water audit.
In the water audit, we looked at the landscape of our schoolyard. This is Bill noting the slope of the grass. This is Lisa teaching us in the classroom. Bill is teaching us what aerators do to water flow. By using an aerator on this sink, we saved many gallons of water. Anthony's checking the toilet for leaks. Allie and Lila are noting leaks from this toilet. You have to look closely at a toilet to make sure water isn't leaking. We measured water use without aerators. Checking water fountains for leaks. We measured how much water does not go in your mouth at the water fountain. Bill is using pink tape to mark a leak. At the water fountain, it's more efficient to use a water bottle. Eric is timing the water use at the sink. Dylan is shocked at how much water we've wasted without an aerator. We are measuring water usage with buckets, then using them to water plants. Aerators really do make a difference. Parents helped us with the water audit. Ryan is paying attention to every detail. Shika is going to water a plant. Being shown what to do instead of reading about it really made a difference. We had to use a timer and measure everything 3 times to make sure we did it correctly. Dominic and Georgie can tell that we're right on. The parent volunteers really made a difference in this program. Mr. Powell is showing us other things that we really need to look at. This drain is an important part of our school landscape because water collects here. We're trying to learn where the water goes from the drain. We measured how much water comes from the drip system. This part of the drip system isn't even watering a plant. We learned to check stuff like this at home and at school. We spent time fixing the drip system at school so that all the spaghetti tubes were watering a plant. Ryan and I are checking this drip system. It is watering dirt. We use flags to indicate that. Allison is making sure the drip system is on this plant. Mallory and Danielle are looking at how water is measured. We learned to measure water with metrics and the British system. This will help us elsewhere in life. The biggest thing we did was replace this faucet in the school kitchen. Even the news came. Here we're timing the water use of the old faucet. It wasted a lot of water. This time we're timing the new one. The new one is wasting much less water. Just changing your kitchen water faucets, shower heads, and aerators really makes a difference. You can see here what an impact this had. These are my classmates. Together we learned a lot about this project. I even zero-scaped my backyard. This is Channel 13 News reporting on shower timers. Doing this project really made us kids feel important. Bibliography for images.